Alright, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Ascended Heroes. Is Ascended Heroes really better than Evolving Skies? Well, right off the rip, it has a higher set value for now. Uh, Pretty much take everything for a grain of salt because, Ascended Heroes had a pretty botched release day. We only had those 3-pack blisters, which are ridiculously expensive. And obviously, Evolving Skies is out of rotation. Ascended Heroes is just releasing. The terrible release is making these singles a lot higher than they will be come, you know, a month, 2 months, the rest of the year, because this has another rolled out release, just like Prismatic Evolutions did. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we have the Mega Gengar sitting at $950 plus. We got the Gold Zard, Dragonite, Pikachu, Gold Dragonite, all over 500 bucks. We got the cutesy little pink Pikachu, almost 400. Team Rocket's Mewtwo, 350. The Lily, personally, I think this Lily is better than Journey Together, and it's going to be harder to hit. I believe it's harder to hit than the Journey Together one. That's sitting at 250. So we have, what is that, 10 cards? 10 cards over 200 bucks right now. And something like 20 cards over 100. And I mean, look, you even have illustration rare, the Psyduck, sitting at basically 100 bucks. So we have a lot of value in this. I mean, even Surfer Dude's $45. That's definitely coming down. I remember looking at this earlier and I think that was like 70. So a lot of the prices are still coming down. And I mean, they're gonna drop probably 50+% when ETBs and bundles come out. Very deep set, lots and lots of depth. I mean, even this Team Rocket's Doug Trio at $16, that's such a sick card. I love that card. So, yeah, lots and lots of value, as you can see, all across the board. Like Cynthia Spiritomb, I'm surprised it's not more expensive, but illustration rares are a bit easier to hit now. So I guess maybe that makes sense. Same thing with Team Rocket's Mimikyu. I thought that would be more expensive. And then same thing with these mega attack rares. I thought they would be a little more expensive, but I guess they're actually not that hard to hit. So, where does this comparison come from? All right, let's take a look at Ascended Heroes. As you can see, our total set value here is $7,880. That is absolutely insane. And um, obviously, Pokedata is a little off from TCG player pricing, but it's fairly close enough for comparisons. All right, so remember 7,800 with Ascended Heroes. We're gonna head on over to everybody's favorite Evolving Skies. This is 5,900. So you're looking at almost $2,000 more value in Ascended Heroes right now. And that's not with a card being $1,700. So, and if you also want to compare cards over 100, you're sitting at what, 5, 10? You're sitting at 12 cards at over $100 with Evolving Skies versus 20 sitting over $100 with Ascended Heroes. Now, with that, these are all evolutions in Dragonite and Rayquaza, which are all very popular. Over 500, you have 2 cards versus whatever I said earlier, 10, I think. Obviously, again, those are probably going to all get cut by 50% until out of rotation, which is 2 to 3 years away. Let's compare that with Prismatic. Prismatic is sitting at 4,000. So, Ascended Heroes will have to be cut in half, 50%, to be less than Prismatic Evolutions. And Prismatic Evolutions is probably pretty similar to what's going to end up happening. I believe the set value for Prismatic Evolutions when it dropped was probably right around $8,000 or $9,000. So, should we probably expect the same stuff with Ascended Heroes? I would assume so. I I can't say whether or not Ascended Heroes is going to fall as bad as Prismatic did. I mean, when Prismatic came out, all of these SIRs were just stupid money. Just stupid money. And now they're pretty dang cheap. I mean, even the Eevee at 115 is cheap. Jolteon, Roaring Moon, Flareon, Vaporeon. Like, you can get most of them relatively cheap outside of the top 4 or 5 cards. The rest are pretty cheap. Man, that Roaring Moon is just such a sweet, gorgeous, beautiful card. The artwork on that is just absolutely stunning. I love that card. All right, so let's compare it to something else. Why don't we compare it to Fusion Strike? Because Fusion Strike is the second best set out of Sword and Shield. And I believe Ascended Heroes is going to blow Fusion Strike out of the water. The Gengar is at $740, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking I like this Gengar better. Yeah, the VMAX, he's like eating everything, he's sucking everything in. The G Max Swallow Up or whatever you want to call it. It's just I just like the artwork better. I think it looks better. I think Ascended Heroes overall is a better set. Fusion Strike is a big Mew set, Gengar, Espeon, but outside of your top whatever 6 cards, everything's under $50. And after that, outside of your Mews, you don't really have a whole lot as you go down, as you can tell. Mews, you have one Gengar down there at $6. There's not a whole lot here. I think long term, at the end of the day, I think Ascended Heroes is going to have a way higher set value than Fusion Strike. We'll give it one more. Let's compare it to Lost Origin. So Lost Origin also has a little Gengar, but it has a huge chase, Garantina. Aerodactyl, I don't understand. I honestly don't understand the hype behind that. I don't think. I mean, it's a beautiful card. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he's that popular. You have two Pikachu's, a Gengar, another Pikachu, a Mew, a Charizard. Like there's some depth. By definitely Snorlax, another Tina, another Pikachu. Like there's a lot of Pikachu's in here. Honestly, I kind of think some of these Pikachu's are a little underpriced. Not gonna lie. Like there's some nice Pikachu's in here. Even that Gengar is pretty nice. Anyway, not what we're talking about. We're not talking about Pikachu's. If we were to compare Ascended Heroes to Lost Origin, I think Ascended Heroes will blow Lost Origin out of the water. Now, honestly, I think Fusion Strike might be a little bit of a better comparison just because the top card's going to be a Gengar either way. Right now, that Gengar's at $950. That's probably going to get cut in half just because it's coming out. We're going to get new print. A ton's going to hit the market. And the difference is Fusion Strike's out of print. So, how do we compare the two? It's difficult. It really is difficult, but I think Ascended Heroes has more depth all the way around. I mean, like I said, let me go to TCG Player. Take a look at some of this stuff, dude. Like, just you have a Gengar. Yeah, you have a gold Charizard. It's not the same. You have a Gengar, a Charizard, two Dragonites, two Pikachu's, a Mewtwo, a Lily's Clarify, like the Enzork, Mega Feraligatr, Stevens Metagross. You have starters, Mega Embor, Mega Mananium. You have a Psyduck. You have just cool arts with Mega Scrafty, Iris's Fighting Spirit. You have the Mega Gengar. You have the Mega Attack rares, which, in my opinion, they look sick. I understand that I thought they were going to be a way more expensive. If you watch my prediction video, I think I had this Mega Gengar at $250. I really didn't understand the pull rates, so that's shame on me for not doing better research. But you have this cool Dragonite, like the even the illustrations rares. You have a Mimikyu, Cynthia's Spiritomb. The set is so deep. I think it's just going to blow all these Sword and Shield sets out of the water, obviously, except for Evolving Skies. I think it's going to blow everything else out of the water, truth be told. And we have a whole year of print. Hopefully, this actually gets semi realistic with sealed product pricing and singles because there's just so many cards that I would like to have from this set just for me to keep. Like even the Mega Attack rares, I'm they're just so nice looking to me. I don't know. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think below. Is Ascended Heroes really that good, or am I just fluffing smoke? Let me know in the comments below. Check out my website, maxpacks.com. We got Mega Dream. We constantly restocking English product. We have Prismatic Evolutions like $25 under market. We have Evolving Skies like $20 under market. What else do we got? We even have Ascended Heroes $5 under market. I can't do a whole lot. I might just rip those to be honest. A little degenerate in me. But Yeah, we're always getting English stuff. Check us out, maxpacks.com. Smash that subscribe button if you like the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. This is Joe, dipping out.